everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are back here in West Virginia. I just got done dropping off a load here at the farmer's market. I went in and got myself a nice little breakfast, some fruits and whatnot. So let's head back to the farm. We are in this beautiful Kenworth W900 that's just recently came out, or came back out, or had an update. I don't remember. But it's in the in-game mod hub. And, yeah. I'm pretty sure this was already in-game. Oh man, look at that. Fog is just settling in there. That's awesome. Sorry. I'm pretty sure this was already in-game. It just had an update. I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. But you should definitely check out the Blizzard W900. So, yeah. Just as awesome as the, was it 379? Yeah, the other one that's kind of similar with the window eyes. But yeah, we decided to sell our corn harvest that we did earlier. And I got a decent little chunk of change. So we made sure we got it over there first thing this morning. And going a little too fast for this foggy. Ooh. The nice thing about this mod is you can actually change the sound of the Jake brake. I kind of have it set number 3 along with the engine, so I think they're supposed to go hand in hand for the sound. And wow. That fog rolled in a little bit quicker than I expected it to. It wasn't foggy when I left this morning, I'll put it that way. So one thing I noticed is, at least to be able to pull from this, it may just be the model that I have. Or maybe it was updated, I don't know. But I wasn't able to pull from the downspout. I had to pull from over here, which is fine. I get it, because, you know, it does have the side chute coming out. But at the same time, this one doesn't have one either. This one doesn't have a side cutout. Plus, you have this part here, which is supposed to be able to allow you to pull from the system. But for me trying to do this quickly, I get it. So just kind of a small farmyard here. I do have a spot for the trailer that I was just hauling. We do have a plow finally, as well as a fertilizer, lime spreader, and a couple different setups for hauling materials, whatever they may be. Diesel tank, farm diesel that is. We do still have our auger wagon, as well as, well, yeah, this is just our chisel plow, our chisel, not our deep ripper. Tillage disc, whatever you want to call it. We do have our planting, seeding equipment here as well. We did install a def tank, just a small one, but enough that we decided to put this over here, kind of keep it out of the elements, well, as best as we can, but still having good access to it. We have our buy all tank over here, which honestly anymore, this is almost a requirement to have on your farm. Whether you want to play legitimately or not, you can still play legitimately with this, but it just helps when you're not recording. If you do record. I have not gotten a grain header yet. We just have our corn header, because we do need a grain header once our soybeans over yonder are good to go. Have not planted anything in our cornfield yet. So yeah, field number 2 is what I'm talking about here. It is still growing. So once that's ready to go, we'll be able to take care of that just fine. And of course, I have my lovely Lizard truck, Lizard Super Duty. It's the only one I found that this particular attachment, back-end attachment, will fit onto. It doesn't go onto the Ford for whatever reason. It doesn't go onto the Ford, or I think I have another one. King Ranch, I think. It doesn't go on that either, but it's same setup, so I don't quite get it. But, I mean, at least I found the one that it does fit on, because this is just a little bit more of what I would probably want if I was a farmer. Enough of a bed that I can keep things back here, as well as having everything organized in these areas. So, plus we do have a fuel tank back here. And I got the wedge one just in case if we happen to be hauling a fifth wheel, that's not going to get in the way. Not that I think it ever would. So as far as other equipment, we do have TLX, because I wanted to try out some of the new bumpers and wheel covers and whatnot. And then we still have our Case IH Axial Flow 7150. And then everything else is, for the most part, John Deere. 7R 350 Gen 3. 6R 185. And then our Mack semi-truck. Because, well, you just can't get rid of a Mack, especially when it's in such good shape. Maybe down the road we might look into replacing it. But that's about it. We do have... I did go ahead and install one of these for electric charging, because I may look into possibly getting an electric tractor, if anything, just to kind of putt around and do menial chores with. County came out and installed a water tank for us just to help keep things flowing in the right direction. We did start actually loading up our wool here from our sheep, but we have updated the sheep as well. For whatever reason, the one that comes with the map when you install it, I don't know if I just have a bad copy or what, but I think it kind of malfunctioned, because I was in game at one point, had the sheep, clearly, because I had the wool. I didn't spawn that in, and I came back in after that, and no more sheep. So I went ahead, bought that, planted it down, kept basically the same fence line, though I did get a little bit closer to the road than what I think it was prior, which is fine. It's far enough back that if someone needs to pull off, they can. But then we added some trees because, well, the sheep need some shade as well, especially after they get sheared. And then we got the house. So I love the fact that we have a door back here, even though it's wide open over here. So, I mean, I guess we could theoretically bring the sheep in and keep them inside if we needed to, but yeah. Let's head on over to the house. We do have an axle dump exhaust on that, because it just looked kind of funny when it was kicking out behind that tire, but through the attachment, so don't mind that. I did kind of drive through that field without thinking. I do need to get out here with the chainsaw, though, and start chopping up some of these broken limbs and whatnot. And yes, I know, when I was looking into this, that the doors would not be quite big enough for this beast. But this is our garage. Whoa, forgot about that. So we do have a nice little garage. Need to get my tractor and whatnot. I love these windows. So we did make sure that we kicked it back so that way we can get sunshine. It's just not the side of the house. But if we need to, we can scurry between the two. And I did find the right one that actually has an interior. Don't mind that. Yeah, so our humble abode. I do mean humble, because, well, I'm assuming that's the fridge. But you know what they say about assumptions, because I don't see a fridge anywhere else. So I'm assuming that's the fridge, and that's what we're going to go with. And it's a little tight in through here, so I think this is somewhat movable, but we do have the drain and water lines there, so I do have to be careful. But I may want to try to slide that out just a little bit. We do have a nice little relaxation area for the TV. Bedroom number 1. Full bath, because why not? My office space. And of course, a separate closet, because why not? Bedroom number 2. And bedroom number 3. I was going to say, but you don't get much of a view in this one. I don't know why they didn't put the window there. That would have worked. But it's the nature of some of these trailers. But I am happy that I did get the one that, or find the one that has the interior. It is nice to have. It's a nice change of pace from all the other homes. Of course, my exterior, because I am a Christian, I've been starting to put that more and more in my builds. So I apologize if you guys aren't a big fan of that. That's just who I am. Of course, we do have our laundry dryer out here. So that way I don't always need to run the dryer in the house. Ooh, I need to come through and clean these up a little bit. That just looks bad back here. That looks like the cable box. But yeah, that's kind of where we stand. Not much going on here. I want to see if I need to do anything with our soybeans at the moment. I am actually thinking of playing this off more and more off camera. So according to my sample here, does need lime, and because the ground is rather hard, we're gonna go ahead and get that plowed up too. Nitrogen seems fine. pH, just a hair low, but actually it's right on par with everything else. So not too bad. Hopefully we get a good harvest from this. Yeah, I ended up coming through here with pulling the what was I pulling? Oh, the spreader for spreading lime. And wasn't even thinking, and I looked back and went, oh crap, I just went through the crop. God dang it. So yeah, this is kind of what I've done with this map so far. And of course, this right here, if you guys aren't familiar, this is designed to hold your headers. So you gotta do that one first, which as you can see is number 2, and this one coming down is number 1. Because of the way the ground is, number 1 is hiding over here. So when you go back, you gotta do number 1 and then number 2. And then this is where you can turn on or off the night lighting. So it does have some decent lighting around it, but if... Oh, by the way, I did find out a way to give these types of cover some lighting, which is this guy. Let me see if I can find it here real quick, and I'll show you. Oh, thankfully, it's still pulled up, I think. I'll make sure I find the right one. Yeah, so this guy. That's what I have on each post. You can see here on the end. And I just kind of line it up, kind of get it to where it's mostly in line with everything else, which I didn't really check. I just kind of eyeballed it from this where I was able to get to it. And that's what I have for both of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed through the rest of the day, which it's about 9 o'clock at the moment. And we get into nighttime. I'll show you what it looks like when these kick on. All right, so it's about 7 o'clock at night right now. You can kind of see just how the night lighting here at the shop is and how it looks. So we do have a nice red glow over here at the sheep barn, so that way we can see what we're doing, but it should not affect the sheep too bad. If I really want to turn them on, I can, but I'd rather not, just so we don't have to worry about them. because there are sheep that do come in there and sleep. Of course, we have the exterior night lighting of our shop, which looks amazing. Of course, we do have lights over here for this guy and my entrance lighting for everything. Plus, I did try to get some lighting on our flags that we have hanging up. Yes, I don't know if you saw, but I do have red flashing, well, red and blue flashing lights up there on top. But instead of having, you know, big area lights, I kind of wanted a more focused light just so people can actually see where they're going. Because sometimes this fog is really ridiculous and an area light is not the best thing for that. Not to mention, we do have floodlights kind of down on these flags that are shining and a little into the road. Plus, I didn't want to get our neighbor upset by all the lights. So we have floodlights here at the entrance, just for the sake of, well, safety and everything else. Because that is a little bit of a drop if you're not careful. Now, as far as the lighting goes over here, excuse me, and you can see both the red and blue light up there flashing away. The lights above the AGI signs are ones I added, of course, as well as the ones over here, just so that way we can have light, but it's not too obnoxious. Again, I am trying to be considerate of our neighbors. And like this, if we're working over here, those lights are fine, but I don't need or want them, so we're just going to turn them off for now. But you can see just how the light works over here as far as how these go. It's not a bad light by any means. I really like the way it looks. Plus, when you're standing back, like if, you know, you're in a tractor or something like that and you're pulling up with the overhead view of the way the game is, it almost looks like it's supposed to be that way. I love it. Now, I thought about, you know, trying to do some lights here on the back, but I think just with the way it is, I kind of wish I could turn them off, or at least turn off every other one when I don't need them, but more for security. But I like it. So, just a thought for you guys as you're building your own farms and you want some extra lighting. And with the way this is, you got, what, 5 posts? You could do 3 of them or just 2 of them, depending on how much light you want. Because, you know, one of them covers 2 bays, or at least 2 half bays anyway. Enough for you to have light over where you need it. I just realized that I see a nice red reflection up there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's coming off of these tarps. That's awesome. But yeah, because I brought them up, I did want to make sure that you guys saw them. And this even allows us to have some light by our fuel tank. So that way we don't need to have an extra light for this. It's just here. So once I did it, I didn't even plan on it looking like this. I wasn't sure how it was going to look. And then I went into night one day and I looked at it and went, holy crap, that looks really good. And I'm really pleased with myself that it worked out that way, because that wasn't the plan. It was just, hey, I want to put some lights in here, and yeah. So, guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. The bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just like you here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.